Christmas is right around the corner and you have to get some gifts. You have to get some gifts for people who love their Nintendo Switch. Or maybe you're just looking for a few new things yourself. Either way, I've got a bunch of stuff we're gonna go over that can help you in either situation. What's up, guys? Welcome back or welcome in for the first time. If you are new here, do me a favor, jump down to the description of this video, click the link to our podcast channel. We do record the podcast live every Thursday, either on my Twitch or on Jeeb's Twitch. The link to both of those will be below, so make sure you guys check that out after this video. All right, let me just warn you right now. This might be a long video. I'm not really sure how long this is gonna take, but I've got a ton of stuff here, a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm gonna try to go over it as fast as possible because a lot of this stuff, a good bit of this stuff, I have other videos on. So if I do have another video on something that I go over and I don't go into it that in depth in this video, all those videos will be linked below. I will also have links to where you can find all of these things, either from the websites directly from the companies or on Amazon. All of them are affiliate links, so if you use them, it does help this channel, and I thank you. Okay, so first we're gonna start out with some carrying cases. You have to have something to keep your Switch protected. If you don't, or maybe somebody that you're looking to get something for doesn't have something like that, it is a must. There are a ton of options out there. You can get things from PowerA. They look like this. I do really like this Dodo Airlines one. Let me show you what these things have going on. They're pretty basic cases, but the good thing about these are they all come with this little insert right here. So you can take it out if you have a regular size Switch, and the Switch OLED does fit in here as well. But if you have a Switch Lite, you just pop this little thing in there and it'll fit your Switch Lite as well. This one, this Pokemon one, these are just a few of the designs they have. They literally have a million designs. Most of them are very cool. I'll have these linked below. This is definitely a good option. But I do have to say my favorite option for a case for my Switch is the TomTalk Slim case. I really like these things. I have a full video on them. They're made with amazing material, YKK zippers. Like I said, the link to this will be below if you want to pick one up, if you want to check out the video, all that'll be down there. These are my favorite. They also have a ton of different colors. You can get them in, just regular normal colors. They don't have any of the licensed Nintendo stuff on them, but like this one looks like Mars. I'm pretty sure they have one that looks like the moon too. Camo. I think I have a yellow one. I've got a black one. They have a ton of them. Now the next thing I think is very important for anyone who's getting a Switch to have, possibly, if you maybe have bigger hands or you have a little trouble holding on to the Switch, or it's just a little bit uncomfortable after time, holding it for a long period of time, you are going to need to get a grip. And there are some options out there, two of which we're gonna go over here. Obviously, most of you guys probably already know what I'm gonna talk about. Skull & Co. and Satisfy. Now, this is the Satisfy grip. This is actually the V2. I don't have a Switch in there because it does not fit the OLED, but they do have a version 3 and it is on the way here from what I'm told. So once that does arrive here, I'm gonna be doing a full video on that. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you get subscribed for that. But these are really good. I have a full video on those. The difference between these and the other ones is this side is actually, it's angled out a little bit more so your hand rests a little bit more comfortable, trying to reach the stick. It is really nice. As I said, they do have a new version that not only fits the regular Switch, but it also somehow fits the OLED Switch as well. I don't know how that works. We're gonna find out when it gets here, but they do have models for the Switch Lite. If you get one of these, they do offer cases, slim cases, and bigger cases that have a lot more storage area in them. You can get either one for the Switch or the Switch Lite or the OLED version. Again, links to the videos below, links to this stuff over on Amazon below if you want to pick this up. Now, Skull & Co. has a few options. One of their newest options is this. This is the Neo Grip, and I can actually go ahead and put my Switch OLED in here. This is the grip that I have been using. This is something that does not come off of my Switch unless it goes into the dock. Yes, I'm aware it can be put in the dock with this on. I do not do it, and I don't recommend doing it. But the good thing about this one is it can be also used for a Switch or a Switch OLED. It has a little thing right here that you can take in and out. Again, full video on this down below. If you do want to pick any of the stuff up from Skull & Co. though, I will have a code below that will give you 12% off. So there's gonna be some more Skull & Co. stuff in this video. So if you decide you do want to pick any of that up, I will just have that link down there below. But this one is very good. It uses the same grips as all their other stuff, all their other newer stuff's using. And I really do like these. I think these are great. These also fit on the crystal case. As you can see here, it's kind of fingerprinted up. But again, I don't have the OLED version, which they did just come out with. I think it's pre-order still, but they do have a version for the OLED. This is for the regular Switch. I don't have a regular Switch here. Do not try to fit your OLED Switch in the one for the regular Switch. It does not fit. I should not have done that. But this is also a good option. It's got a little bit more flex than I like. Again, video below. But I know there are some people out there who like this style a lot better than something like this. If you buy either one of these, Skull & Co actually has cases to fit them too. You can get them in bundles. I cover all that in the videos on these things. Those will be linked below. As far as grips go, I will say at this point, the Neo grip is my favorite right now. That's the one that I'm using pretty much all the time. I do really like it. This one is dockable. Of all the dockable grips that I've ever seen, this one's probably the one that fits in the best with the least resistance. I still don't recommend it, but if you're gonna dock your Switch with a case on it, I would say this is probably the one to do it with. Something else you're definitely going to need if you're getting a Switch for Christmas, or if your friend or whoever's getting one, they're probably going to need a controller. The Switch itself does not come with an actual controller. You just take the Joy-Cons off, put them in the grip, that's your controller. But you can buy a Pro controller. The Nintendo Switch Pro controller, I would say, is probably the best one. It's a little expensive, and this one's probably hard to find, but finding the regular one's not too difficult. They are very nice. Again, I've got videos on controllers I'm gonna link below, which covers, I believe, all of the most of the ones I'm gonna talk about today. But as far as quality, this is probably the way to go. This is probably the highest quality controller you're gonna get for the Switch. There are a few other ones, which we'll go over here in a second, but they're very expensive. This one here, if you've got the money, I would say go with the Pro controller. If not, I think the best two options for you are either going to be the PowerA controller or the SN30 Pro Plus 2, whatever the new one's called. This is the old one. There's a newer version of this. One of these two is going to be your next best option if you don't want to get the Pro controller. Again, just like the cases from PowerA, you can get these with all kinds of different designs on them, all licensed, so you know you're gonna get the Zelda stuff, the Animal Crossing stuff, the Mario stuff. They've got it all. These do have back buttons. The newer version of this one also has back buttons. I don't have a video on that, but there are some out there. Maybe I'll find a good one to link. The back buttons are nice to have, I will admit. I do use them more than I thought I was going to. These are only about 50 bucks. You can actually find them cheaper a lot of places. Amazon sometimes has deals on them. You can get them cheaper at Walmart, depending on how old the design is. They kind of go down a little bit in price. You do need to watch though, because the older versions actually have battery doors back here. You want to buy the newer versions that have the internal battery. You do not want to be changing AA's out in a controller in 2021. You just don't need that hassle. The SN30 Pro Plus is going to be more of a PlayStation style controller. It's got the two sticks down low instead of, you know, off-centered. So if you do like the style of a PlayStation controller and you want that on the Switch, this is the way to go. Obviously, it's modeled after a Super Nintendo controller, so, you know, it looks cool. It's got a lot of functions. This one does. The newer one has even more functions. Again, I'm not gonna go into huge detail about it, but if this is something you're interested in, I will have someone else's video linked below. So here's a weird one I wanted to include. This little thing, the 8BitDo Lite. Now, this controller's not for everyone, but if you are somebody or you know somebody who likes to travel light, who likes to have things that all fit in one tiny case, this actually might be a good controller for them. It's got everything a Pro controller has, but instead of having sticks that are raised up, obviously you can see here it's got two D-pads in their place. It's got all the buttons on top. It's got everything. It's got every button that a Pro controller has. It's a little small, but they do have this yellow and a turquoise to match, you know, the Switch Lite that you have. Hence the name, the 8BitDo Lite. These are pretty cool little controllers. I have a video on this too that I'm gonna link below, but I mean, man, that's an old one. I'm sure there's lots of cringe in that, but I will link it below. It's a nice controller. All right, quickly, a few more that I really like, also from PowerA. This is the Nano. It's just like this controller. It's literally just smaller. So again, if you're looking for something to not take up as much room in a backpack or something like that, maybe the Nano is the way to go. Again, it is a little bit smaller. It's still got the back buttons, but the buttons themselves are about the same size. They're very close, but it can go either way. I've heard some people say that they have big hands and the Nano's still fine. I have decent size hands. They're not really big, they're not really small, but I use the Nano for a while, and that's all I really used. I had no problem with it. So that's definitely another one to check out. Now, if you really, really want to go the extra mile for your friend, your brother, your sister, whoever, you can pick them up the Fusion wireless controller from PowerA. Now, this one comes with its own case. I did a full video on this. This thing is, this thing's a beast. Pretty much the same style here, but as you can see on the back, We've got lots of extra buttons here, lots of little toggles and things. You can actually take the faceplate off. It comes with another white faceplate. It comes with other sticks you can change out. This one is pretty customizable. It's also pretty expensive. This is a $100 controller. So, like I said, if you really, really like that person, maybe you want to go spend the money. It is nice. I do like it. Again, video on that link below. It's pricey though. Now you may be at this point in the video and you may be saying, you know, this person already has a controller. This person already has a grip, a case. I need something different. I got you. I got a few wild card things here we're gonna go over. These are all things that are definitely extra. The grips, the controllers, you know, the cases, those are things you just kind of need. These you don't really need, but they are nice to have. The first one I'm gonna start with is the Super Mario Game & Watch. And there's also a Zelda one that is about to drop any day now. I don't remember the date, but it's this month. It's in November. Now these ones were supposed to stop being sold after the 35th anniversary, but I still see them on store shelves all the time. I'm pretty sure you can find these on Amazon still. So if you're looking for a gift for a Nintendo fan, maybe something a little different than just specifically for the Nintendo Switch, if they don't have one of these, I actually do like this thing. I played the original Mario probably more on this thing than I have on literally anything else in my entire life. I don't know why. I just like the form factor. I just like it. So if you're looking for something a little bit different, this might be the way to go. Now, some other things you can look at to get somebody as a gift are amiibo. Now, I have a few here. We got one from Monster Hunter. We've got Animal Crossing, Metroid, Zelda. There are a ton of these things. Now, some of them can be a little bit more difficult to find than others, but if you're not familiar with what they are, they actually have an NFC chip inside of them, and you can put them on your Pro Controller or your Joy-Con, and they give you items in game. Just as an example, this one actually gives you the ability to fast travel in Skyward Sword. Now you could fast travel in Skyward Sword, but you have to go to these little statues to do it. With this, you can do it from anywhere, go to where you need to go, and then come right back to the spot, which did actually help a lot in dungeons in that game. This one gets you an armor set in Monster Hunter Rise. They all have different functionalities, but beyond just the functionality, a lot of people do like to collect these things. So if this is something that the person you're buying a gift for is into, you definitely need to make sure you know which ones they have, which ones they don't, because some of these actually can get a little bit expensive now because they're harder to find. So make sure you know which ones they have before you go out and just buy whatever's at GameStop. Okay, this next thing's pretty cool. This isn't gonna be for everybody, but I use this a lot. I really like it. It's called the Phantom Rack. It's by Skull & Co. And this thing is completely customizable. You can actually get it in 2 different sizes. You can get it with 2 levels or 3, as you can see here. And you can connect these things, which hold controllers, right here on the front. So you can put your controllers right here on the front. You can hang your headphones off the back. You can hang your Ring Fit right there off the back. You can completely customize this thing any way you want it. If you wanted, you could actually make it hold 6 controllers. You could do the same thing on this side, and just take this off. As you can see here, they're just held on with these little screws. Comes right off. You can do whatever you want. So maybe you've got a gaming setup and you've got a bunch of controllers laying around all over your desk. This would help clean that up. Again, links below for this. You can get 12% off with my code. I really do like this thing. Honestly, I wish I had like 3 of these. They're really good. I would like enough to put all my controllers on, but something else I did just mention, another thing that I don't have here, I don't have it here, but I am gonna get it because I do believe it's going on sale for Black Friday. And I will be putting out a Black Friday video with all the sales. So again, if you're not subscribed, do that. Ring Fit Adventure is a great time. I've seen people play this on stream. I've seen reviews. Not only is it good for you, it's fun to play. I've been wanting to get it for a while. I'm definitely gonna pick it up this holiday season. That is a great gift for somebody. Another thing that's going to be on sale for Black Friday that you might wanna look at, maybe you've wanted to pick it up or maybe you've known somebody who wants to pick it up, is Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. When it launched, it was $100. I do believe sometime during this holiday season, it's actually gonna be down to $60. So this is the time to pick it up if you wanna pick it up. I will admit, I haven't set mine up in a long time. You do have to set up all the little gates and, you know, it's kind of an ordeal to set up, but once you get it set up, it's a blast. And if you have a few of these things, racing them together, it's a ton of fun. And for $60, I think it's well worth it. So that's pretty much all I've got for this one, guys. I hope that helped. If you guys have any questions about any of this stuff, feel free to leave a comment. Like I said, there are links to hopefully all of this stuff down below. It's going to be a long list. There'll be links to videos. I'm sorry if it gets messy down there. I'm gonna try to make it as neat as possible. Remember, if you order anything from Skull & Co, to make sure you use that link and the code DRIPMedia at checkout for 12% off your order. But guys, that's gonna do it for this one. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave a like. Make sure you are subscribed. Merry Christmas. We'll see you in the next one.